to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
Imagine sitting across from a child, their little eyes filled with innocence, their voice trembling as they ask a question that could shatter the air around you. Who's my real dad? Now imagine that child being Teyana Taylor's daughter, caught in the storm of one of the internet's most talked about love triangles. When those words reportedly slipped from her lips, the moment didn't just place attention on Teyana, it sent shockwaves toward actor Aaron Pierre, because his expression in that instant said more than any words could. His face wasn't just surprised, it carried hints of shock, hesitation, maybe even guilt, and people online couldn't look away. To understand why the question carried such weight, you have to rewind. For years, Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre were considered one of entertainment's golden couples. A stylish, dynamic duo who radiated chemistry on red carpets, magazine spreads, and music videos. To fans, they weren't just a relationship, they were a brand, one that felt untouchable. Yet behind the polished smiles, whispers of cracks began surfacing, rumors of infidelity, nights out that turned into speculation, and quiet struggles Teyana tried to shoulder while projecting strength to the world. When the eventual breakup surfaced publicly, few were shocked, many had been expecting it. But while fans could scroll past headlines and memes, children couldn't, because for them, the story wasn't gossip, it was their life unraveling in real time. Enter Aaron Pierre. At first, observers assumed he was a rebound, an actor known for his low-key presence, drawn into the spotlight because of his connection to Teyana. But as their bond grew more visible, fans began to view him differently, the calm counterpart to Aaron's larger-than-life energy. Someone protective and grounding, a presence that brought a sense of balance to Teyana's chaotic narrative. Still, one reality lingered: he wasn't Aaron, and he wasn't the biological father of Teyana's kids. That fact, whether spoken or not, shadowed every public appearance. Which made that child's question all the more striking. In that reported moment, when her voice cracked with uncertainty, and she asked the one thing adults around her may have feared, Aaron's face froze. Cameras caught the split second, eyes shifting, jaw tensing, an expression of someone caught between roles, unsure how to respond. The internet pounced. Within hours, the clip went viral, dissected frame by frame. Some viewers saw the face of a man realizing he could never outrun the shadow of a child's biological father. Others thought it revealed deeper guilt, as though he knew something unspoken. Social media became the courtroom, memes and think pieces emerging overnight. People asked, was Aaron unprepared for the responsibility of stepping into a father figure role, or had the child's words revealed a truth he tried to avoid, that no matter how deep his love for Teyana, he would always occupy a complicated space in her children's lives? Meanwhile, speculation about Aaron resurfaced. Some claimed he brushed the viral moment aside, dismissing it as childhood confusion. Others insisted he reacted with frustration, viewing the incident as proof of the messy dynamics in Teyana's household. But imagine being the child, hearing adults debate your family online, absorbing whispers from schoolyards, feeling the weight of uncertainty while your world is consumed by internet commentary. For her, this wasn't about clickbait, it was about identity, about clarity in a life complicated by adults' choices. As for Teyana, she reportedly tried to hold the moment together. Observers noted how she reached for Aaron's knee, perhaps to steady him, perhaps to anchor herself, her expression calm, but her eyes betraying tension. Aaron's body language, however, told a different story: rigid posture, distant demeanor, unreadable tension. Was it discomfort, fear, or the dawning awareness of the weight he had taken on by loving someone with children still tied to their father's legacy? Twitter debates spiraled. Some voices demanded Aaron embrace the father role regardless of blood, proving his devotion by becoming fully present in the kids' lives. Others pushed back, insisting it was unfair to expect him to shoulder responsibilities that belonged to Aaron, who remains very much alive and engaged. And then came the conspiracy whispers. Some theorists suggested the little girl might have echoed something she overheard from Iman himself, that maybe this question wasn't spontaneous, but seeded, a strategic way to destabilize Teyana's new relationship. The theory sounded outlandish, but in a saga where personal lives have been consumed as public drama, even the far-fetched gained traction. But the speculation that stuck hardest was simpler. Maybe Aaron's reaction wasn't just raw shock, but recognition. As if he had been warned that one day, this exact question might surface, and when it finally did, he was forced to confront it in real time. The fallout continues to ripple across platforms, with debates about family, fatherhood, and the blurred lines of public and private life. For fans, it's entertainment, but for the people living it, especially the child at the heart of it, it's a reminder that beneath the headlines, real emotions, real struggles, and real identities hang in the balance. He never expected it to happen in front of the cameras, and when it did, Aaron Pierre's face told a story that words never could, not just surprise, but fear, the kind that raises questions about what exactly he was afraid of, not being enough, being pushed aside, or perhaps realizing that the truth was far more complicated than anyone imagined. At the center of it all was not gossip or spectacle, but a child, innocent and vulnerable, searching for clarity in a world where love, loyalty, and heartbreak often collide. Her question, "Who's my real dad?" wasn't meant to stir drama, it was a genuine plea to understand where she belongs. In that moment, the man many saw as Teyana's steady anchor had no answer, and his silence echoed louder than words. Fans were divided in their interpretations. Some saw it as a breaking point that could fracture Aaron and Teyana's bond, others as the catalyst that might drive him to prove himself as a true father figure, while a darker perspective suggested the weight of expectation could eventually push him away. Meanwhile, Iman remains a presence on the periphery, his connection to Teyana secured through their children, his shadow lingering whether he wants it or not. For some, this incident reaffirmed the notion that he can never truly be replaced, a reminder of the complicated ties between past and present. The question now looms, will this moment fade into social media noise, just another viral clip, or will it mark a turning point in Teyana's story, forcing Aaron to either rise under the weight of responsibility, or retreat from it altogether? Because when a child asks about their real father, the truth doesn't wait, it demands to be faced, no matter how painful. At the heart of this storm stands Teyana, caught between a past filled with love and betrayal and a present that challenges her to trust again. Iman gave her motherhood, but also left scars she's had to heal on her own, while Aaron arrived not as a savior, but as a calm presence in chaos. Yet love is never simple, especially when it comes with the unfiltered honesty of children. Her daughter's question wasn't just innocent curiosity, it was powerful enough to shake the foundations of an adult world, leaving Aaron to confront what it truly means to love a child who isn't his by blood. Does he step fully into that role, with no guarantee of recognition, or does he step back before the weight overwhelms him? In the end, there are no perfect answers, only flawed people trying to piece together something whole, and maybe that's why so many can't look away, because the uncertainty, the hope, and the fear reflect something we all quietly wrestle with ourselves.